What's up, everybody? On this episode of the Best of Bias Podcast, yours truly. It's episode 276. I'm back. Talking some bias, me by myself. Don't be mad about it. Don't be sad about it. You know you get the best of bias from your boy, no pun intended. We back talking some shit today. Not much to talk, just quick takes, really. Some shit here and there that I heard that you guys might be interested. Michael B. Jordan finally got his due. We'll talk about that. We talking about the NFL Combine, maybe some draft preview talk, free agency talk, you know what I'm saying? WB sells to Paramount. So what implications does that have? So we have a little bit of discussion to have today. I saw Paradise episode 4, gut wrenching. No spoilers quite yet, but fully loaded episode of the Best of Bias Podcast. Maybe not the longest episode of the Best of Bias Podcast, but I'm here, you know what I'm saying? And I'm back to the basics, you know what I'm saying? Rocking the Best of Bias lid. If you ain't got one, where y'all at? Go get one. And this is brought to you by YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, you know what I'm saying? Wherever you find your favorite podcast, you can find Light Up and Narrow at with the Best of Bias Podcast. On YouTube, hit that like, subscribe, hit that bell so you don't miss any of the new videos. What's up, YouTube? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Thank you for joining. If you're on the audio, thank you for joining as well. Welcome to the Best of Bias family. But let's get right to it. Episode 276. I am Light Up and Narrow, and I am bringing you the news today. So let's get right to it. Where that theme song at? Y'all know the song. Let's get right to it. Yeah.
It's the best of bias. You need the earful, you should try us. From pop culture to the movies to Unitas. It's the best of bias. Your best of bias. Yeah, it's the best of bias.
Welcome to the Best of Bias Podcast, episode 276. It's your boy, Lydell and Narrow. We getting there, y'all. Almost 300. I promise we're going to get there soon. A lot less delays, but you know what I'm saying? If I don't have content, like I always have content, but topics for y'all when it's slow in sports, when pop culture ain't really buzzing, really like that, you know, I really do want to change up the content one of these days. I am. Last week we had a couple of guests fall through. I just talked to Chelsea. She's trying to get back on the pod and provide y'all with she's one of y'all favorite guests, it seems like, because that's where we get the most views from. So it's time to bring her ass right on back. Somewhere in the tank again, showing off the guns. I got compliments from the last one, so I'll show you what I'm working with again, you know what I'm saying? In the gym a little bit. We doing a little something. And hope y'all don't mind the glasses. You can see yourself seeing me see you. It's a little different, but welcome. Nonetheless, the Best of Bias Podcast, where we talk about everything, and everything gets talked about pretty much, man. You never know where we're going to go. If you want to talk about something, you never know. It may be talked about on this pod. So, you know, without further ado, let's jump right into it, man. What we got first, man? We usually start off with sports. Actually, what am I doing? Have I potted before? Have y'all been here before? How y'all doing today, bro? My bad. Selfishly, I just kind of pushed past that and tried to get into it. Let me slow down. I know I said it's going to be a shorter pod, but let me not rush through the important stuff. How y'all doing today, bro? Hope everybody had a good week. Hope everybody's feeling well. Can kick their feet up right now. Take a deep breath with me. Let's exhale all negative energy, because there's a lot in this world today. Around every corner, there lies a struggle. There lies a obstacle. But hey, what is life without obstacles? Who can really say they accomplished anything in life if they had no obstacles put before them to conquer? And that's the shield that I'm putting on right now. You feel me? You know, it's been some kind of light, almost dark days in my past couple of days here. But, you know, I always tell you guys I'm here to talk to y'all, to try to get that weight off my chest. I like to be a light for people who may be going through the same kind of things, maybe feeling a little down, and having each other here, I feel like sometimes helps uplift each other. You guys do that for me. Hopefully I can do that for y'all. You guys make me better, especially at this podcast, and think, man, I've been doing this so long time. 2019, you know what I'm saying? I ain't up there with the big boys, the big years, but man, I've been trying, and I've been adapting, and I've been looking, I've seen, studying, you know, and I'm thankful for everybody who's been here since the beginning, supporting and growing with me. I like to always acknowledge those guys guys and gals, when I talk about the upcoming of this podcast. But man, oh man, oh man. Whew, it's been a hard couple of days, man, especially with everything going on in the social media sphere, the political aspects of the world, the wars that could be starting. I know there has been some negativity going around. It's been going around, man. It's really been hard to break through. You may be having some health concerns. I know I've had in my past, and there's always been aches and pains here and there. I know some of you may be going through something out there. So, hey, let's all collectively together dust that off. It's the end of the week whenever you listen to this podcast, and let's get that shit pumping right now. Let's bring that positive light, positive energy. And let's get right to it. You know what I'm saying? This is your favorite place to be when you're feeling down. Your favorite place to be when you're feeling happy. Because we're going to talk about something that I know you'll like. You can bring your bias to. That's what we all about here. You know what I'm saying? So I hope y'all doing good. I'm doing good. Really, this whole pod, I really don't have super topics, anything pressing, anything important. So I just wanted to get on here and holler at y'all. Cause let's vent, bro. I wish it was live on YouTube so I can get some, some messages in, some chat, some people to ask me some questions or kind of just get some shit off their chest. Kind of copy Breakfast Club a little bit. Cause, giving back to the people is really important when it comes to this podcast thing, man, because I understand monetarily you want to get the gains, you want to see the return from it all, that stuff, but I just want to be able to know that I may have reached out to somebody and, touch them, maybe they're down, maybe they're up. Anyway, just touch somebody, reach somebody, pause, and be able just to be somebody's light. I know somebody's clicking play out there and listening, though it may not be 100 trillion people. Thank you guys for being here, man. Enough with the sassy. Enough with the dark, mundane, shadowy bullshit. Let's get to some happiness and some good shit. Let's start with some sports like we always like to do. The NFL Combine. Let me turn this fan on. Where are my NFL fans at? You feel me? Where they at? It's almost that time again. I know it's over. Seahawks won the championship, all that shit, man. But we got the Combine. This means the NFL's almost back. You know what I'm saying? The Combine was this weekend. Me, as I got older, I kind of didn't really take too much stock in the Combine. It's cool to see people run fast, jump high to show that they're athletes. I feel like anybody going into the NFL should be an athlete. But some of these numbers and some of these expectations they put on the players in the NFL Combine aren't really realistic anyways, in my opinion. Just because somebody can run fast and test to jump high doesn't mean they'll really be good at football or be the best safety, best lineman in the draft just based on how they test in the situations. Because they don't really take into account people's maybe nerves, mental capability of performing on a stage that high. I mean, you're going into the NFL and expected to perform on those big stages, but I feel like in the Combine, there's more of a pressure and more of a spotlight on your personal performance than it is maybe in a full game when you can rely on your teammates to pick you up if you don't necessarily make a good play, or you have more plays to make yourself look good again. This Combine is make or break, and sometimes people aren't as poised as others. Even nowadays, the best players in college don't even do the Combine because they feel like they showed enough in college to not have to participate. Luckily, some players, that were good in college and maybe not have a solidified top 10 spot, and you make that more money when you're top 10. They want to go out to the Combine and still show what they got. With a lot of their competition there and show that they can perform in the biggest stages and have that preparedness to take it to the next level. It's always good to see. But a lot of the players the good players anyway, wait until their pro day, give themselves extra time to train and extra time to look good in front of the teams. Especially when teams kind of know who they want to go after in the top end of the draft, and those players know kind of where they're going to go already. It's I only want to go to these certain teams. These teams have contacted me and been watching me, so they know what I got. I don't want to go out there and hurt my stock by not performing as good as other guys or show bad tape to make me fall in the draft after teams come to see me. So draft me if you want me. People are fighting for me type shit, and that's how it's going to go. But, not to downplay it at all, because people ran fast. This may be the fastest running draft as far as the 40-yard dash that we've ever seen. We have linemen running 4.8s. Tight end Kenyon Sadiq from Oregon. Of course, I'm a shout out all the Oregon boys out there. It was showing out, especially in the 40. Malik Benson, I think, ran a 4.3, maybe a 4.4. Thieneman ran a sub 4.4. Kenyon Sadiq, Thieneman's a safety, if you guys didn't know. And then Kenyon Sadiq ran a 4.4 at 4.44, I think, at tight end. You know what I'm saying? Jumped like 43 inches and jumped like 11 feet in the broad jump. It's kind of crazy. But again, man, I don't get me wrong. I love Kenyon Sadiq and I love a lot of these players that perform really high in the draft, but I mean, perform really well in the draft, the combine. But I just don't think that really means the world. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the best players, I feel like, didn't do hella good, especially quarterback wise. Those players that get paid the most money to perform the best, they don't perform always the best at the draft. Throwing drills, I get it. Those are, they have to be hella good in throwing. I don't even think you have to be good. Tyler Shuck was horrible at the throwing drills at the combine. Still got drafted to the Saints with the opportunity. He did well. You know what I mean? So it's kind of interesting. Receivers, I get it. Maybe going through the gauntlet and making sure your hands are good. You can really weed out who can really catch and who can't from those kind of drills. And linemen and linebackers, I get it. You want to see the fluidity in cornerbacks and DBs, the fluidity of the hips, all like that and stuff like that. I get it, but I don't know. Some of the stuff that they kind of glorify, like the broad jump, high jump, bench press, 40-yard dash, those are all they're cute records to have, and good records to set. But at the end of the day, it's kind of more so about how fast can you adapt to the game. Cone drills, how fast can you run side to side for defensive players? How fast can you adjust, open your hips and stuff like that for corners? But they don't show that shit on TV really, or on social media. They kind of just show the running, and it's good because I bet a lot of these players only really practice the 40 really because that's the make or break thing. And your position has a 40 time that you're supposed to run to be able to play in the NFL. If you don't hit that, you're considered sorry. And I get that, but goddamn, like, I don't really think this draft class is really that strong, but everybody and their mama ran hella fast. Like, I don't know how many of these receivers are actually going to get drafted, if not at all. But I bet half the fucking receiver core or receiver people in the combine ran like a fucking 4.4. If you ran like a 4.5 or beyond, if you're not 6'5" to 6'8" or anything like that, if you ran over a 4.4, you're probably not getting drafted. You're going to be a motherfucking special teams player. I mean, and that's not bad either. You're still getting to go out, but it's like, I don't know, man. Kids play great in college, so you ain't got to participate in the combine. Because the more and more I think about it, the combine is starting to look more and more like modern day. So, you know where I was going with it. I don't want to say it because, we may be partnering with the NFL. And nothing about it, but I don't want to say nothing bad about it, but it just seems a little weird sometimes if you ask me what they be doing out there. But some Bucs prospects that I feel like we may draft. I mean, Sonny Styles, that's out the window without how he performed. Yeah, he's a athletic animal. He's a freak. Being a safety converted into linebacker, being like 6'4", 6'5" already, being able to run another guy that ran like a 4.4, jumps hella high, supposed to be hella strong, run side to side, supposed to be a Fred Warner comp. Fred Warner was a straight middle linebacker. This guy's coming from safety and trying to convert to linebacker. People nowadays, the teams nowadays is all about those linebackers that can cover and get sideline to sideline. It's a different breed nowadays at linebackers. A lot of converted safeties, a lot of people that can play sub nickel, so they can cover if the offense comes out in multiple receiver sets. Maybe cover a tight end or something like that. There's some real athletes out there, interior linebackers. So it's gonna be interesting to see. The Buccaneers are not gonna get Sonny Styles. I'm hearing about C.J. Allen, another linebacker out there from Georgia, the linebacker from Louisville. What's his name? His name Kyle Lewis, I think his name is. He's a late round pick that I would like to see in the third round. Inside linebacker, off ball linebacker that could cover. He could cover. He's kind of a smaller guy. Another converted, looks like safety converted to linebacker that can cover in space. We need that. We get towed up by tight ends all the time, i.e. Seattle, the Rams, name them. Everybody's linebackers are linebackers. Everybody's tight ends eat us up. So it's really good to have really versatile safeties and linebackers that can really cover, and some big ass linemen that can get to the quarterback. Lee Hunter out of Texas Tech, if he's there, if we trade back, maybe we can grab him. One of these edge rushers, Messador, Bane. We definitely want guys of that nature. I've seen Cassius Howell be mocked to us a lot, but you know, I'm not opposed to taking Kenyon Sadiq if he's there at 15 with the way he performed. If Mike Evans, like I'm going to talk about in a little bit, leaves in free agency, we will need a receiver to replace those targets. Not really. We have a lot of receivers actually, but just a tight end, because we might lose Cade Otton in free agency. So just somebody to take some of the targets that Mike Evans had and actually be a threat. So, I don't think we should necessarily draft a receiver if we lose Mike. I think we should let the receivers that we have mold into their roles. And if Mike does leave, we have to consider taking a tight end for sure. I would say that, and get Zach Robinson, Baker Mayfield, something, to work with. I personally am really conflicted what Mike is doing right now. Our team should really be trying to give Mike whatever he wants. I get it. He's sacrificed a lot for our team. And he should want to get top dollar and play for a contender. I know he shouldn't really trust Todd Bowles because our defense has been kind of trash the last couple of years, and in big moments he's really shit the bed as a coach, getting our defense in the right spots that we need to be. I do see that, but I don't think he should walk away. He has an opportunity to do something great. I've talked about this in other pods. He's the 13th year of Mike Evans being with the team. He's number 13. He's going into the Ring of Honor anyways, no matter what he does. He's going into the Hall of Fame. He won his Super Bowl here. I understand he wants to go somewhere else. I don't understand why big stars like to do that kind of shit. Sorry, I'm gonna turn this fan off now. I don't know why big stars like to do this kind of shit, go to other teams and try to take their legacy to other teams and help them win or get paid more money. In my opinion, it really does tarnish their legacy. I know it shouldn't be brushed to the side or shouldn't tarnish your legacy at all, but in my opinion, it does, man. If you're going to another team for more money, if your team dogs you, that's one thing. If you guys are so far apart that it's disrespectful for them to even try to keep you, I get that. But if you're just trying to be the man somewhere else, win a championship or in another team, and use your last year or so failing with that, you look like a fucking clown. And I would never call Mike Evans a clown, but that's just whack as fuck. Then you're just a washed up receiver on a team that needed you and you didn't come through for them. And then everybody on the other, even though we love you and we never talk bad about your name, we're like, this fool left us for that shit. And now we're scarred over here. And they're going to talk shit about you because they don't respect you because they just got you over there. It's put you in a shitty situation, Mike. So I should be talking to the Glazers right now. Go ahead, pay Mike whatever he wants. Go ahead and get Trey Hendrickson. And then draft some fucking linebackers and all defense to help this team be good. We have the offensive weapons. Give Mike the ball. When he came back from that injury, he had like almost 200 yards in his first game back. Give him the ball and make Ibuka maybe the second. If Chris Godwin has to be receiver 3, then so be it. Get this shit going. Run 4 receiver sets. Hopefully Zach Robinson can get this shit going, because this whole leaving the team shit, if you're not going to retire, just don't be like these other motherfuckers, bro. I'm not saying Jerry Rice's legacy has been tarnished, Tim Brown, none of that shit for them going to other teams and trying shit out, but I don't know how those fans felt. I know how I would feel personally if he went to another team. But no shade at all, bro. Don't take it as shade, but my feelings would be super hurt. And I don't know, man. I'm a super fan, bro. And I've been in this for a long time. And to see Mike walk away and be on some fucking, on the Bills, on the fucking Patriot, bro, I would lose my shit. I don't really know what I would do. And I'm starting to kind of get upset about it. So I know Mike's going to do the right thing. I know Mike Evans is going to do the right thing. If I have to look back on this pod and look at this moment and say, I will say I was wrong. Heartbroken, of course. Heartbreak is very common to me right now, I guess. For what happened this season, Nuggets are heartbreaking my heart, man. It's heartbreak everywhere for me right now. But, dog, Mike, please, brother. We'll figure it out. We'll promise you stuff. Jason Light, get on it. Todd Bowles, get that shit together this year. We see teams making plays to get back to where they need to be. The Rams just traded for Trey McDuffie, or is it Trent McDuffie? Cornerback out of, Kansas City. Won a Super Bowl with them. Top tier, one of the top corners in the league. The Rams are getting them for a first round pick this year. I think it's their 29th pick. So they have two first round picks, I think, and they're getting the later one. And they're trading a 5th and a 6th and a next year's 3rd, all for McDuffie. No players are being traded, just straight up picks for a player. And that makes the Rams significantly better because their weakness last year was at corner. You know what I'm saying? Seeing teams attack their needs and my team just kind of stay pat all the time, just think they're smarter than everybody. And when they do sign free agents, it's the worst free agent possible. The cheap free agent that comes in for 1-year deal and don't do shit. I.e., no shade to Richard Sherman, i.e., Hassan Reddick, i.e., whoever, just name a corner, Brent Grimes, and dating all the way back, bro. It's just plug and play guys that are just ass. Spend some money, Glazers. Waste one of these 4th round picks. We don't need a 5th round pick. People have been traded and signed for pennies on the dollar. And you guys stand pat just because what? Just because what? We were 6-1, 6-2 at the time, and just look what happened. It's just the worst shit to see. It's like we have people on our radars in the draft, and then you think you're smarter than everybody, trade back, take somebody that you didn't think about taking, and then the Eagles take the guy that you wanted to take, and then that guy's hella good on the Eagles. Or the Rams, or the Ravens, or the 49ers. Like, what the fuck? Get it right. Get it right. We cannot fall this far in the mediocrity after having such a good roster and so much promise after Tom Brady left, bro. The Rams just did us in, bro. It's like just disrupted everything we had going. Forgot how to play football, forgot how to play defense. Todd Bowles had a Super Bowl winning defense. Then just forgot how to coach defense once he became head coach. It's kind of crazy to me. It's just fucked up. First, God bless Bruce Arians. You know, I hope he's doing good after that open heart surgery, but I wish he was still coaching, bro. I really do. But free agency starts next week, so I'm sure we're going to see a lot of crazy shit happening, a lot of trades for draft picks, because there is, though it's not really the best of top-end talent in this draft, there's a lot of depth when it comes to defensive players. When it comes to receivers, you know, there's really, you know, back into the draft, some really good receivers. There's some cool top-end receivers, Mekhi Lemon, Carnell Tate, of course, Jordan Tyson out of Arizona State. But after that, it kind of, you know, receivers get a little bit later. I like the guy out of Indiana, though, Cooper. Big dude, running, you know, he's a little older, but, you know, ran a 4.5. I think he's like 6'3". Got hands. People compared him to Devontae. You know what I'm saying? Watch out for him. If he goes to the Chiefs, if he goes to the fucking Patriots, hopefully he don't go to Jets. You know what I'm saying? If he goes, I don't think the Bears need any more receivers, but yeah, it's going to be really interesting for free agency, and then we have the draft in maybe like 70 days, hella far out. So as it comes closer, I'll be talking a little bit more about it. Maybe we'll do a mock draft like we did with Sean and Kyle back in the day. That was kind of cool. Maybe we'll get a couple of friends to put together a mock draft and maybe doing it, man. Anything to get y'all new content, man, to mix it up a little bit, because I don't want it to get stale and dry in here. You always see me sitting in front of all this beautiful shit, just sitting in a chair. You know what I'm saying? I want y'all to feel me. Y'all feel me? Because I feel y'all. Y'all feel me feeling y'all? Let's move on a little bit. What we got? NBA, nothing really going on in the NBA. Nuggets is just not playing well. Tanking discussion we had last pod. It's not really getting that much better. The Nuggets were on a losing streak and barely beat the Jazz due to Jazz probably forgetting that they were trying to tank and get a Bonza. And yeah. It's looking bad for us right now, man. We lost to OKC, we lost to the Warriors G League squad, we lost to Minnesota. Though we don't have Peyton Watson and Aaron Gordon, we're still looking kind of like not really good when it comes to the top of tier talent. We took them to the wire a couple of times without Aaron Gordon and P.Y. And it's presumed that when they come back, we'll still be able to compete and shit like that. But we want to see it. You know what I'm saying? It's so tight in the West all the time that you lose 3 or 4 games in a row. You can drop all the way down to 6 and be in the play-in or be close to the play-in. And nobody wants to do that. All those extra games, especially with team coming back from injury. I mean, we may need to be in the play-in to get the rust knocked off. But I just feel like everybody needs to come together. You know, remember we have Jokic, play through Jokic. Jamal Murray's having an incredible season, just dropped 45 on the Jazz, even though it's the ugliest game of all time. Cam Johnson needs to get his confidence back. I know there's a lot of pressure trying to replace MPJ, and there's a lot of pressure behind the draft or the trade to try to replicate what Michael Porter Jr. did with us after winning the championship and things like that. Get your calm, relax, play your game, play like you were playing in New Jersey. I mean, Brooklyn. It's the same game. You know what I mean? You're playing with a player that can get you the ball in your spots more than anybody ever has been able to. You just have to play a little bit of defense. I don't think it's that hard in the world to play a little defense and just run open and get in open spots. Jokic will find you. It should be the least effort offense ever. Just be in a good spot, be in an open spot, get open. You'll be able to score. You ain't got to play ISO ball. You ain't got to dribble anything. You'll be open. If you're open, you can shoot the shot and you're going to get it. But, sometimes these players get in their head. You know what I'm saying? We have a lot of players on the team that are hungry for ball. And, you don't want to get lost in the depth chart. You don't want to be in the media for the wrong things. Especially Cam Johnson, man. He tries to be one of those guys that can play basketball and be a podcaster and be up on current events and talk about hot topics. But nobody wants to hear from you if you're in season and not playing well. You know what I'm saying? So leave that shit to Draymond. Not saying that Draymond's not playing well, but I feel like he's the only player with the credentials enough to be able to pod and play basketball at the same time. Everybody else trying to do that needs to focus on their game because they're not winning shit. Like, he has one shit to be able to sit back and be able to do that and not be 100% focused, in my opinion. But I'm hoping the Nuggets can get it together. I'm not going to trash them too much, but I don't like what I'm seeing. We're already dropped to 4th place, maybe 5th place. If we drop to 6th or 7th, I think we might be in the play-in. I don't know if the 6th place team is in the play-in. I think it's 7, 8, 9, and 10. So I hate seeing Nas Reed do shit against us, bro. I like Anthony Edwards, but I hate when he is happy at the end of games in Denver talking shit. It's just the worst. It's a Jaden McDaniel. Do not like the guy. Bones Highly now is an op. Anyways, let's move into stuff that other people care about. My bad. I was taking my bias and running with it. But let me get back to y'all, man. I know y'all heard about this WB and Paramount deal. Record-breaking deal, $111 billion deal. You've been hearing all this time that Netflix was about to make a deal with them. I forgot how much it was. I guess it doesn't matter now. But whatever it was, Paramount this whole time was trying to compete with that to buy WB out from the feet of Netflix. Everybody really thinks it's politically charged and politically backed to kind of win this deal, which is, I don't know, in my opinion, kind of immoral. You know what I mean? Like, I forgot his name. Is Robert Ellison? Is that the guy's name? That Skydance guy that owns Skydance and assisted with buying Paramount, buying WB with Paramount. And he's like a son-in-law of Trump or something like that. And with the purchase of WB, you get CNN and a whole bunch of news channels, all the kids channels, all the pretty much relevant channels that everybody wants. Of course, Netflix wanted to consume everything, but it's a pretty big catalog, movie catalogs, rights to movie studios. It's just a lot of stuff that Paramount's going to be absorbing. At first, nobody really wanted Paramount to get it because not only is it kind of politically charged with it, but Paramount is, it was a failing app anyway, so nobody really wants to really fuck with them. Netflix is the more popular, fun app, so it being absorbed by Netflix was kind of scary at first, and a lot of people fought back, which is the reason why they kind of reneged on their deal anyways with Netflix and went with Paramount, because everybody was kind of mad about how much power Netflix would get with them already having sports rights and already having license to their own shit and absorbing a lot of other shit on the outside. So people were scared that it could be harmful to, I don't know, I mean, the economy or to capitalism. I don't really know, but somehow WB dragged their feet and was able to get Paramount to up their deal to something significantly higher than Netflix was willing to pay. And though, they didn't get a deal, I think they still got this is a big ass number, so sorry for not having the exact number. I think the payout was about like $2.7 to almost $8 billion for them just to be like, okay, Paramount, you got it. I'll back out of the deal. But if you back out of the deal, we got to get a little something. They get a couple $1 billion just for backing out of the deal and letting Paramount take it. I don't think Netflix is really tripping that much. You know what I'm saying? Because they made a whole bunch of money to spend on other ventures they want. But people are kind of mad, man, about the Paramount just jumping in there and trying to take over. You know what I'm saying? After this, it seemed like a done deal with Netflix. And it's another thing people are adding to. It's like, man, they're going to with that kind of control, this side is really going to try to control what's being put out there, what we're able to see, rather than being a dominant force like Netflix is, that people weren't really worried about what the narrative would be. Just this backing of this Ellison and Skydance situation just gets people worried about what the fuck is going to happen. We've seen so much shit happen in this world. We see a potential war getting ready to start. I mean, if it didn't already start already, man. You know what I'm saying? Everybody be safe out there. Prayers out. You know, we're not the most political guys in the world, but I would be remiss if I didn't mention it. Prayers out to all the families involved. War is fucking crazy. But yeah, man, shit it's just going down. And for us, we go to news stations, we go to our popular favorite channels, our outlets to kind of get that information. That shit's happening in other parts of the world, but we already saw the acquisition of TikTok happen. It was going to get shut down because it was owned by a Chinese entity, but now an American businessman owns TikTok. I don't know what the name of it is now, but a lot of people were fighting against that and even getting off of TikTok because they knew TikTok now was going to be able to ban certain stuff people were saying, content people were putting up, and the freedom of speech is going to slowly be taken away due to the people that are owning TikTok now. So with the acquisition of WB on a higher scale, Paramount's and their board members and CEOs are going to be able to control what these other things put out as well, man. James Gunn is going to be at the mercy of these guys that politically he talks shit about. You know what I'm saying? So he might be out at DC unless they make some promises to him or some changes to him that makes his job and whatever he's doing safe from scrutiny from people that may hate him. It's just a lot of shit that I never thought we would have to worry about when it comes to watching Nickelodeon, Cartoon Network, Adult Swim. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that openly, you know what I'm saying, uses their freedom of speech to their advantage. But, you know, it's going to be tough now with pretty much overlord that owns everything, and our favorite shit may not be able to be the same due to it being controlled by a company that just kind of got in bed with people who may not have the American public and TV watchers or movie studios or anything like that interest at heart. So another power play that I hope doesn't ruin one of my favorite forms of, I wouldn't say media, but just all around areas, just multimedia entertainment. That's what I do. That's what I talk about. That's what I enjoy. That's what everybody enjoys. I know sometimes it can get addicting, and sometimes we need to disconnect anyways and just touch earth and be outside and connect with each other. But when shit's being taken over in a weird ass way, we still should be talking about it a little bit. But big ups to Netflix for getting your money. Big ups to WB for selling your shit and getting $111 million. And shout out Paramount to accomplishing what you want. Supposedly HBO Max and Paramount will be merging soon, but everything is going to take maybe a year to be finalized. So who knows what's going to happen in that. Maybe within a year, Netflix comes in and gives them $120 billion. And these big ass numbers of cash that I couldn't even imagine people have just sitting around to give to somebody else. It's just big money talk that's really distracting from shit that's going on in the world anyways. But it is big. Actually, it is big news. It is big news. It really is big news because, man, it used to be back in the days, they used to do shit discreetly and kind of try to hide it from us. But it seems like now it's kind of put it in our face and be like, hey, this shit's happening. People may say it's happening, but do you believe it? It may not believe it. It's AI, it's fake. Scrambling our brains, man. Scrambling our brains. I'm scrambled. Moving on. Actors, SAG, Actors Guild Awards. Right? That's what Screen Actors Guild Awards. I didn't really want to talk too much about it because, again, I'm holding off until the Oscars to really give my ultimate opinion, because I feel like this whole run of award shows for acting has just been trying to show, oh, this movie was so much better than The Sinners. You guys might have liked Sinners, but this movie was so much better. And I hate that Tiana Taylor has to be a part. I don't hate that she was a part because the movie was good, one. And she did a great job in it. But I just feel like her being part of one battle after another, just pitting up against the Sinners movie, and I think Sinners deserves all of its glory and credit. I don't think we'll ever see anything like that again. I know Ryan Coogler just keeps upping the ante with his shit. 'Cause, after Black Panther 1, we were like, oh shit, yeah, he's just been going bigger and bigger, making us think more, expanding the world of cinema. Introducing us to ideas, concept that a lot of people in our culture really haven't thought about when it comes to this stuff. So I appreciate him for that on this whole promotion run. I appreciate Michael B. Jordan, of course, his whole arc in acting. You know what I'm saying? He used to be somebody that people used to laugh at his acting, and then this performance in Sinners has took him to the level of recognition that we didn't see coming. Well, he was one of my favorite actors the whole time, but I didn't see the respect for him changing this much so fast, legitimately over a performance that was legitimately good. I like the Creeds. I watched a lot of stuff that Michael B. Jordan did, the good stuff and the bad stuff. What was that? No Remorse? What was that? His soldier movie on Amazon or something like that. Watched it all. So for him to get this national recognition, and him to fight through a lot of the stuff. Last week, the Tourette syndrome guy calling him in Delroy Lindo niggas on stage. For him not being able to get Best Actor to a movie that just came out last week, if not losing to Marty Supreme, Ryan Coogler and the team losing to one battle after another. It's just a lot. And for them to be sitting front row and it to be held in such high acclaim, and then them not being able to win best movie, they win best ensemble, they win best soundtrack, they win best, everything except for the big awards. And to see Michael B. Jordan over there, to get Best Male Actor at the Screen Actors Guild Awards just kind of gives us a preview that what could be at the Oscars. You know what I'm saying? The more prestigious award shows are really giving this man and this team his due. And I think I think the Oscars will do so as well. You know what I'm saying? The BAFTAs, Golden Globes, all these motherfuckers, I get it. You know what I'm saying? You want to give these guys their flowers because they may not win a lot or win these awards at the Oscars. I hope that's what's happening, man, because I feel like we forgot what the buzz was when Sinners was really coming out. Like, people didn't go to the movie to see it twice, once in regular and once in IMAX. Like, and to act like it didn't come back out like a couple of weeks after, extended stay in theaters and on Halloween. Like, where does this happen? Where does this happen? It was breaking all the box office awards for weeks and weeks and weeks, but you just want to give him a box office award? Give this man he's on every interview, every piece of content, in every conversation this year at every award show, but the Academy doesn't, or any of these academies don't think that they deserve best movie, or I don't know. All your media clips, everything on social media comes from talking about them. I don't know. But for him to get the award, be so surprised to get the award at the SAG Awards, to see Viola Davis so happy when he won, for him to be so surprised, for everybody in the audience to give him a standing ovation, because, man, we all know what this movie has been through this whole time, all the scrutiny, all the comparisons, and all the people thinking they deserve it but aren't going to do it. And for him to get up there and do it, give such a passionate speech, and do his thing, man. Shout out to Michael B. Jordan, 39 years old. I would have never imagined, you know what I'm saying? A lot of these other guys can get their flowers at a super, super young age, just hitting the ground running. They're the best actors in the world. But it took, not to say the journey isn't worth it, and it's not a unique journey that he would appreciate no matter what, but it took him till 39 to get these flowers. But it's nothing but up from here. I like to say Samuel Jackson didn't get his first big role until he was 45. You know what I'm saying? So it's only up from here, and as he matures as an actor and becomes an older actor, I'm sure the roles will get better. His producing, directing, everything he wants to do will just be out there for him. And it's good for him to start at this age and get the recognition at this age, because it shows that the work was put in and people see the work that was put in, and to see that applause, to see people show their respect. They know it wasn't just okay, here's an award. This was an award I feel like was an award amongst their peers, recognition and stuff, awards that people gave and received amongst their peers that felt like these people deserve these awards. And I really respect that. I really respect that. Now, Oscars, do your thing, do what you're supposed to do. You feel me? Some other awards that I thought were prominent, of course, Ryan Coogler in Sinners Best ensemble cast. R.I.P. Catherine O'Hara. A lot of our Home Alone mom. I know her more significantly from Beetlejuice. I watch Beetlejuice all the time, the original. She recently passed away, and she was able to win Best Female Actress in a Comedy Series for Studio. She played a big role. I think she was a studio head that retired in a show that Seth Rogen kind of like commonly went to for advice. But she did play a cool role, man. She was a serious actor with the funny little spin on it. But yeah, shout out her, R.I.P. Catherine O'Hara, man. Seth Rogen came out and gave a speech on her behalf. It was beautiful. And I think Best Supporting Actress, forgot her name, the woman from Weapons. She did that played Aunt Gladys. She played a great role, and she's won all kinds of awards this year for that. So, we had a good year, a good summer of movies, good winter of movies. So, it was some good stuff, man. I don't really like to go in depth on these award shows because I don't be giving people credit when they deserve that credit. But yeah, this one they did it right. Shout out Timothy though. You know what I'm saying? You can't win them all. And again, Marty Supreme was good, but it does not have the watchability, rewatchability, and the performance. It wasn't the same. 2 characters, bro. 3 characters, bro. Crazy. Shout out Michael B. Jordan, bro. Shout out Ryan Coogler. Shout out Sinners and everybody involved, bro. And what we got? Jim Carrey, last little topic here, man. Jim Carrey, leave my bro alone. Leave my bro alone. He had a little work done on his face, bro. He talked bad about big Hollywood, how he ain't no Hollywood type of dude. He'd rather die than be and conform into Hollywood. He was talking like that back in the days. And to see him super Hollywooded up, Botox, facelift, looking a little different, people were shocked. They were shocked. They were saying this is a clone. Some guy came out and said it was him in a prosthetic costume being Jim Carrey. No, bro. That looks just like Jim Carrey. It just looked like he had a facelift. His cheeks were not sitting down here no more. They're sitting up here. I don't know about the eye color thing. I never really looked at Jim Carrey's eye color to assess them, but they did look a little greener, like he did throw some contacts in. Fellas, can you please let me know the deal with contacts? Why are we wearing contacts? Why are we wearing contacts? Do we need our... Hold on real quick. Hold on. My bad. People don't respect the workplace. It's just how it has to go. But anyways, sorry about that. First of all, I take really exception to that because he is my birthday twin. January 17th, holler. He's he's in some of my favorite movies. He's a stamped certified white boy from In Living Color, you know what I'm saying? So he's one of my favorite people in the world. So the bad talk, the clone talk, let my guy live, you know what I'm saying? Hollywood stresses him out. Let him act like he's happy by getting that Botox. His face will sit up really nice, you know what I'm saying? Leave him alone. Or I have to fight y'all. We can talk about anybody else in Hollywood. Leave Jim Carrey alone. AKA, put his face up here if you can. Get a little picture of Jim Carrey. Just because he look like that and looks like this now, I really hope he's putting the pictures here and I don't look silly doing this, but don't judge my guy. He's still one of the funniest people on earth. Does the physical comedy the best on earth. You know what I'm saying? One of the most naturally funny. Oh, and also Jack Black, man. I don't care what y'all say about Jack Black. Jack Black is hilarious to me, bro. He's like one of the funniest people on earth. But yeah, Jim Carrey ain't a clone. He's had some work done. You know, he's speaking at the French Awards out there, speaking fluent French. Like it wasn't him. That's my guy. That's my guy. My guy. It's my guy. You seen him in The Mask? Why are you so surprised? You seen him fix his chin in Me, Myself, and Irene? Why are you so surprised? And if I catch you talking about my guy Jim Carrey, we gonna have to fight about it. But yeah, he's good. He's good. Paradise episode 4. Can we talk about that better a little bit before we get up out of here? What in The Last of Us is going on, brother? Did you almost cry, bro? Spoiler alert, if you guys didn't see it, you can fast forward a little bit to the end of the pod, but spent that whole time flashing back and getting all close to her just to have her ass pass away at childbirth. The promise he had to make to keep the baby safe and take the baby to the father. Who you better hope his wife is in the same place as the baby daddy, because that's a goddamn tough motherfucking promise to keep. Especially, oh my God, he basically saw her as a daughter now, and just to lose his daughter again, symbolically. Woo-wee. Woo-wee. That part was so heavy. I don't even remember what else happened in the episode besides them kind of just learning and getting to know each other a lot more, showing their relationship grow. At first he just wanted to get to his wife in Atlanta, but she wanted to get to her baby daddy in Colorado, and he was healing, and not only like physically but spiritually after just being so distraught for so long, but just knowing that, you know, he had somebody now to not only like take care of, but that as he saw as a daughter. And for him to be able to ingratiate her back to people, get her to trust people again, got people from the town to help her out with their stuff. It was cool. It was cool to see. It was cool to see that. But then for her to pass away at the end of the episode, I thought we were gonna have her for the full season. Shit's nuts, bro. Shit's just crazy, bro. But besides that, I don't really remember what happens in the episode. I just feel like eventually he's gonna find his wife. Hopefully his wife is alive. His daughter is probably gonna be in jail. Yeah. It's a really good show, man. Episode 1 through 3, the flashbacks kind of let me know. I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna be into this for season 2. You heard my little spiel on the last episode, but episode 4 is a real tearjerker. I'm not gonna spoil the whole thing for you. I did kind of spoil that she dies, but the whole episode, it was nice. I hate how they slow play us. I need the whole season so I can just binge it all, because, man, the heart in this episode was nuts. It was nuts. Sorry about the interruption, guys. I promise you guys they kicked out. I know this was gonna happen. I guess so, but yeah. Paradise season 2 out on Hulu right now. Go watch it. Go see it. Go check it out. But what else we got here? Again, Chelsea might be on the next episode. We may have some guests. Zach the Mac. He's laid back Zach now. He he said he wanted to reschedule. We really got to talk about what we're doing in RP. We might start some gang activity in GTA RP. So I'm gonna keep you guys updated on that on Twitch, man. I need you guys to follow me. We're still on the road to 50 followers. We have 18 right now. We need to get to 50 to become an affiliate so we can get some more shit out to you guys, record some more videos, some content, and we're going to get it out on the Best of Bias Gaming channel. If you guys don't follow Best of Bias Gaming, it is up right now. Not much there, just a couple of clips of some gameplay. But we will get more videos there as I play more of this PlayStation back here, get some clips up. And when I do this GTA RP, I want to get Arc Raiders pretty soon here. So stay tuned, plenty more to come. But please, Lydell_Dinero 22, I believe it is, on Twitch. It may not even be 22. Yes, it is 22. Lydell_Dinero 22 on Twitch. Join right now, like right now. Come say hi. Come say what's good. If I'm playing a game, you want to say holla at me, ask some questions, we there, bro. Have an impromptu podcast in the chat. You feel me? But yeah, man, quick podcast. Told y'all I was gonna hold y'all for too long. Just want to let you guys know how I was feeling, where I was at with it, and not leave y'all without a little beat to step to this week. But hopefully I got to satiate y'all appetite. Y'all got to see the guns again. You feel me? But yeah, that's about it. I like to let them know where you can find me at. You know where to find your boys. SZN_Lydell on the Instagram, Patrick_Lydell on the Snapchat. And then, of course, Best of Bias everywhere else. Best of Bias on Instagram, Best of Bias on the TikTok. And, of course, on YouTube, where you watch all these wonderful videos sponsored by yours truly, a.k.a. Again, I'm sorry about the thumbnails. I know they all look the same, but I'm about to learn. I'm about to get some shit. I'm about to start prepping it up, make those thumbnails look nice for y'all, so it doesn't look bland and just see me in my fits the whole time doing some kind of weird ass motherfucking thing. But I promise you guys, always improving, always shit getting better, man. We taking it to the next level so we can be up there with the top tier pies. Like, share, hit that bell so you don't miss a podcast, and we can get in that algorithm, man. We need to hit the algorithm, be on everybody's first pages. We talk about the topics that everybody else talks about too, so, and a little bit more. So we need to be up there so everybody can reach it and join the family, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah. If there's nothing else you guys want to talk about today, we'll get up out of here on a short note. Again, we'll have guests on the next episode, I promise. I'm trying to get, I'm not even doing this weekend. I'm telling you guys, I'm feeling like getting in there early and getting another episode in there. I got a new passport to transfer some of these videos on, got more memory on the database. So, and I got some more memory in this database too. So let's get to some content leading up to, you know what I'm saying? DreamCon, where we're going to be out there, and Comic-Con, we're going to be out there trying to touch the ground, meet everybody, and take this shit to the next level, man. We need to get more followers to the page, like on the Instagram. Let's get our page to 1,000. We in the low 900s. We need to break that 1,000. That's a goal of ours too on the regular Instagram. So like, subscribe, all that jazz. I love y'all. Episode 276 in the books. Where the podcast, where that theme song at. And hey, again, be yourselves. Love somebody and love yourselves as well. Yeah, we out here.
It's the best of Bias. You need the earful, you should try us. From pop culture to the movies to unite us. It's the best of Bias. It's best of Bias. Yeah, it's the best of Bias.